All right, episode 15, get you ready for the weekend. How about some cash for you? We are definitely going to try to make sure that happens. As I'm Dan Mathews, he's the animal. He is Matt Maltepes. We're already off to a good start, Matt. If I'm pointing in the right direction, finally, it's only taken me 15 episodes to realize I point this way, not that way. So
Inverted cameras.
that's it. That's it. So we've at least got that going for us, which is nice. I mean, Matt, we talked about a little bit in the last episode, where it seems like, this is the time of year that's the best in terms of you got college football, you got the NFL, the NBA is going to start firing up here. You got Major League Baseball postseason going on right now. I mean, you want to talk about a bettor's paradise, right? I got to believe that not only on this show we focus primarily on college football, but also too other parts of the college kids and the Animals Network and just everything that you guys are working hard and heavy right now.
Yes, the golden times, man. We have NFL, MLB playoffs, and then we have college football, and soon we have college basketball and the NBA coming. So it's definitely the golden time, and you add in the NHL if you're betting on the NHL. So yeah, no, definitely a plethora of different games and sports that we got to focus on. It's the golden time, great time, but also the busiest time. So little mix of both.
Absolutely. And a mix of everything we've got today in terms of the major college football we're going to be talking about. We got Pac-12 for you. We got ACC for you. We got more Pac-12 for you. I mean, this is probably the first week, Matt, that we're going to have done an episode where it's not really going to have any SEC flavor to this because we've had a lot of SEC action in the first weeks of the season. But this weekend, I mean, a conference that is not going to be much longer is probably the conference that everybody's going to be watching the closest, and that is the Pac-12.
Yeah, we've had a lot of SEC games early that we've went over in the last couple of episodes and the last couple of weeks. This time we're focusing a little elsewhere, so I'm interested and excited to get right into it and give you guys, my opinion, my thoughts.
All right, let's start on this side of the country, and that is the East Coast, and that is going to be an ACC battle that probably, until Mario Cristobal decided not to take a knee, was going to have a little bit more attention to this one. But with Miami losing last week, that usually takes a little bit of the luster off matchups like this. But we've got number 25 Miami on the road taking on number 12 North Carolina. I think that North Carolina is that program, Matt, that is in the ACC right now saying, wait a minute, everybody's talking about Florida State. Why aren't you talking about us here in Chapel Hill? Drake May and company. Now, they're only a 4-point favorite for this one. In terms of the over-under for this one as well, it is right at 58, at least the shop that I looked at. And the Canes, if you're feeling them on the money line to give yourself extra value, plus 152. How you feeling this one, Matt?
So, yeah, you have some 58s out there, but you actually have some 57.5s. You even have some 57s out there. When you look at all of the opponents North Carolina has played in the yards per play metric, they all rank 66th or worse, except for App State, which took North Carolina to double OT and put up some points on that team. So this week they're versing a Miami Florida team that ranks 6th in the nation in yards per play. This is by far the best offense North Carolina has gone up against. Miami ranks top 10 in points per game, right next to North Carolina. And this Tar Heels team will also be arguably the best offense the Hurricanes have played. So similar to Texas A&M in offensive production, a team that Miami has played, and when the Hurricanes took on A&M, they both put up a combined score of 81. So I bet the over 57 here.
All right. Liking the over in this one, as it does look like there could be a ton of points scored. I mean, good quarterback matchup here, Tyler Van Dyke against Drake May. So that could provide some more excitement for this game. So looking forward to seeing this one in Chapel Hill. Let's go to the Pac-12 before we get back even further into the Pac-12. And it is a game that is going to be probably the third most exciting game of the weekend, really, although both teams ranked higher than one of the other ones that we're going to talk about. But it's number 18, UCLA on the road in Corvallis taking on Oregon State. The Beavers for this one are a 3.5-point favorite as UCLA plus 160 on the money line. Again, if you want that value. And then also to the over-under is 54. How you feeling this one?
Yeah, both of these teams within 5 to 6 games already have three common opponents. They both are almost identical in the against the spread plus minus ranking, alongside also identical with the margin of victory. Oregon State is a run heavy offense, and UCLA is one of the best teams in the nation at stopping it, ranking number 3 in opponent yards per rush while ranking number 2 in opponent rushing yards per game. However, this Bruins team hasn't versed anyone that is good at running the ball like Oregon State is. Oregon State's a top 20 team in yards per rush. To me, this is a tough one. I think it's a bit of a toss-up, but being a toss-up, I have to lean the dog with the points. But I didn't bet anything in this West Coast battle.
Yeah, I mean, this is one that you probably look at, and like you said, I mean, a toss up. I mean, it's, what necessarily do you have on either side? You even just talked about the against the spread metrics that you have right there. I mean, this is one that if you feel really good about it, then go with it. But I got to agree with you. I think that this is one that I don't know enough about either team to say that I could go one way or the other. If you told me UCLA won the game, I'd say, okay. If you told me Oregon State at home won the game, I'd say, okay. I mean, that's pretty much the way that I feel about that game as well. And I'm sure some of you out there is saying, wait a minute, you're supposed to have an opinion about it. Do you want us to fake it, or do you want us to tell you exactly what's up? Do you want us to be Colin Cowherd here and get everything wrong? I don't think you want us to do that. So nice little cheap shot there by me. All right, let's go to Notre Dame. And let's talk about a 2-loss Notre Dame team that at this point right here, Matt, it is all pride in terms of finishing out the season strong and trying to, more than likely, their best case scenario is a New Year's Six bowl game. And I think if they do finish the season 10-2, then they will be getting one. I think even 9-3 with Notre Dame and the cachet that they bring, they're probably going there. But this weekend, even after the tough loss last week at Louisville, favored against USC. They are a 3-point favorite. The Trojans plus 122 on the money line. So that's, I think, a little bit of the bookmakers out there telling you, even Notre Dame's favored, we're not necessarily riding wholly on Notre Dame here. We're saying that there is the door open for USC to be able to hop in and be able to win this one. The over-under is 60 and a hook. How you seeing it?
Well, Notre Dame's coming off of 2 losses in 3 weeks, which is tough. I mean, but USC didn't look the sharpest last week, narrowly escaping the clutches of Arizona in triple OT. The week before, they narrowly escaped Colorado, winning only 48-41. I mean, USC is 2-4 against the spread, and Notre Dame's 4-2-1 against the spread. If you look at the opponent yards per play metric from all the teams that USC has played and averaged their rank out, they have versed an average ranked defense of 96th in that metric. The Trojans have versed only one team ranked in the top 15 opponent yards per play, while Notre Dame has played 4. If you look at strength of schedule, Notre Dame has versed a tougher competition across the board. I mean, you can go to multiple different reference points in terms of strength of schedule played thus far, and they all say the same thing. We all know USC is a pass-heavy team with Caleb Williams at back, but Notre Dame is ranked 3rd in the nation in opponent pass yards per game, 8th in opponent passer rating per game, and they're the best team that Trojans have played in the opponent passer rating per game metric. Arizona State's the closest, ranked at 57th, and all their opponents ranked 93rd or worse besides that. So on top of everything, they're expecting rain and wind gusts of 24 miles per hour. With that being said, I don't think that favors a pass-heavy team. The fact that this game is at 2.5, 3 with the Irish favored, to me, tells me that the bookmakers, don't think this team is everything they've been made out to be. I think the public's going to be all over a UC team with the Heisman favorite right now, Caleb Williams, as dogs, and I'll be relaxing on my island by myself with a ticket on Notre Dame minus 2.5. I bet the Irish.
All right, taking the Irish in this one, as like you said, some have it 2.5, some have it 3. So that's a territory that I guess you want to live. If that half point necessarily is one to throw you off of it, then maybe you shouldn't be taking them in the first place. But we'll see how that one breaks down on Saturday. Game of the weekend. The game that College Game Day will be at is going to be a good Pac-12 battle. Again, kind of like what I talked about earlier with Van Dyke and also with Drake May. Same deal here. Bo Nix going up against Michael Penix, both guys who transferred into their programs to find more success in their careers, as it's number 8 Oregon on the road taking on the Washington Huskies. Huskies are a 3-point favorite in this one. Oregon plus 120 on the money line, over under 66 and a hook. Matt, this is going to be a fun one.
It's going to be a really fun one, man. Both teams coming to this game with some rest, 2 weeks off. Oregon has a perfect against the spread record at 5-0 with the highest margin of victory in football, while being the third best team and against the spread plus minus. Washington 3-2 against the spread, 15th and against the spread plus minus, and 6th in margin of victory. Washington, they're 9th in passing play percentage with Michael Penix at quarterback. Oregon's top 20 in passing percentage as well, but when we look at opponent yards per completion, Oregon's ranked number 1 in the nation, while Washington, they're pretty damn good, but they rank 36th, which is a bit off. So the biggest difference to me is Oregon's defense is ranked number 4 in sack percentage, while Washington ranks 127th. Meanwhile, I believe Oregon has had a harder strength of schedule thus far. They faced Colorado, destroyed them by 36 points, who just gave USC a problem. They also beat Texas Tech 38-30. I think Bo Nix is going out, and he's taking it to all of these teams. So I'm really liking Oregon +3 here. I haven't bet it, but I'm really liking Oregon +3. We'll see. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at TCK_experience. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube if you like our content here on the Dan Mathews and the Animal Show with the college kids. But, yeah, I'm leaning Oregon +3 here, man. The Ducks.
Yeah, I mean, even though this game is in Washington, I mean, I love the physicality. I love the toughness that Dan Lanning has built his program on. He, of course, brings that over from his time as defensive coordinator at University of Georgia. And, you know, it's not to say that Kalen DeBoer's team can't bring that same type of play, because the Pac-12, even for, you know, everything that people have thrown at it, is a pretty physical conference this year. And both of these teams definitely bring that style of play to the field. So that's 66 and a hook. I mean, you know, man, that seems like a high number even for both of these teams. I mean, I see this one, Matt, being a 27-23 type of game or something like that. I mean, I think that probably you will see a little bit more defense in this one, but still going to be able to put up some serious yards, and we'll see if indeed that number does get eclipsed. But I would probably, you know, go away from that one. But Oregon, I mean, I'm with you on that one. I'm kind of feeling Oregon in this one as well. So we'll see how it all shakes out. All right, as Matt even told you right there, like and subscribe if you like the show. Tell your friends about us too, as we are throwing out winners all the time. If I'm not mistaken, the Liberty game I think went your way, right?
No, it did not actually.
Oh,
unfortunately,
okay.
No, it went the other way. But that was just a little sneak peek. Last week, I don't know if you saw, the Philly Godfather showed up to, you know, what do you call photo bomb or video bomb our episode. So you never know what's going to happen on our show. Also, make sure to check out Coffee of Guys, the best damn coffee on the planet, and get started your day right. Put lightning in your veins.
That's it. That's it. Lightning in the veins, ready to fire winners. We're doing all of those different things. He's Matt Maltepes. I'm Dan Mathews. This has been episode 15 of Dan Mathews and the Animals. Good luck this weekend, and we will talk to you on Tuesday.